There has been a lot of interest regarding plans for new standard service rifles for both Sweden and Finland. As far as we know, these rifles will be provided by Sako through a deal signed in 2023. But why did Sweden purchase 15,000 Colt M4 rifles after signing a deal with Sako? Since there has been some confusion around this move, let's take a closer look at it for today's video. It was actually in December 2024 that the Swedish Defence Materiel Administration, or FMV, announced that it would be purchasing 15,000 M4A1 carbines from the US Army, not directly from the maker of the rifle, Colt. Within the Swedish Armed Forces, these weapons are designated as Automatkarbin M4, or AK-M4. There seems to be a misunderstanding floating around the internet about this deal, with many people saying that the purchase was due to problems with the new Sako rifle, a rifle designated the AK-24 and purchased to replace the AK-5. First off, yes, there have indeed been problems with the AK-24. As we discussed in a recent video, a shooting ban was imposed in March 2025 because it was discovered that a few weapons had problems with the delay between the moment the trigger is pulled and the shot being fired. The delay between pulling the trigger and the shot being fired is known as a hang fire, and such problems can be very dangerous. Firing pin tolerances and hammer spring weight can be a factor in causing such issues. But in case you didn't notice, the M4s were ordered in December 2024 and the shooting ban was imposed in March 2025. Did Sweden know that there would be issues? No. The timeline shows us that the Colt order was not a response to problems with the new AK-24, although the order was, in a way, due to the weapon's maker, Sako. As explained by the firearm blog, Sako was not able to deliver enough weapons soon enough to cover the needs of the Swedish Armed Forces, and this was the true reason why the Swedish Army purchased the M4A1s. The deal was described as urgent, but it was made clear the US weapons would be just an interim solution. The firearm blog noted that the 15,000 Colt M4A1 interim weapons would be delivered directly from the US Army's warehouse. Added that these carbines would be used by anyone from conscripts to long-time employed soldiers and officers, as well as on missions abroad, for example in Latvia. As a fun trivia fact, there's a chance that the M4s sold to Sweden could have been made by FN and not by Colt, considering FN Herstal has been making some M4s for the US Army since 2013. But based on this LinkedIn post from the Czech embassy and looking closely at available images, the Swedes are indeed using M4s made by Colt. And that's really all there is to it. Sweden wanted to continue with its transition away from the AK-5s to the new AR pattern rifle from Sako, and Sako just couldn't deliver the AK-24s in a large enough quantity in such a short amount of time. In hindsight, seeing what happened with the AK-24's entry into service and the handful of hangfire cases, the Colt M4A1 purchase worked out well, ensuring conscripts had a reliable rifle to train with amid the prolonged AK-24 shooting ban, which was only partially lifted in November 2025. And somehow the US Army just happened to have thousands and thousands of these rifles in a warehouse ready to be sold. We imagine that this deal has worked out well for the US Army too, considering its adoption of the M7 as the new standard service rifle of the future. As we stated in our previous update video about the AK-24s, these new incoming rifles will resume use in a very limited manner and under close observation. The Swedish military's original plan remains unchanged, with conscripts undergoing basic military training and qualifying with the Colt M4s. But what do you think of all of this? Let us know by leaving a comment.